speak for yourself as a person. Just like stand up for yourself, stand up for yourself. You know, everybody says that to you. No, you learn that in college. You'll really, really learn how to stand up for yourself. Because who else will fight for you? Exactly, yourself. Yeah. And the benefits of choosing a STEM degree is the opportunities are endless. Because the acronym itself, if you think about it, it impacts our life directly and indirectly every day. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Think about your everyday things that you use from the time you wake up till the time you go to sleep. Is all associated somehow, some way with STEM. Is that correct? Yeah. For example, I chose to pursue a career in agriculture. Agriculture feeds us and clothes us. Yes? Specifically plant science because I'm scared of animals. At that point, I really just wanted to be an agronomist. So I can tell you that every day through my 5 years in college was a new learning experience for me. Not just the content that was being taught in the classroom, but also the interaction I had with my classmates. I went to school in West Texas, you guys. Do you know where West Texas is? It's closer from my school to go to Colorado, Kansas, than it is to come home. It's 10 hours away from here.
10 hours?
10 hours away from Houston. It's 10 hours away from my home to my college, which is at the top west side of Texas. You know how Texas is like
Amarillo?
Yes, yes. So it's a city, it's a suburb of Amarillo. That's where my university was, Canyon, Texas. The dynamic of the people there and where I come from is different, completely different. But I went anyways. Okay? And
Not many brown girls over there, right?
no,
Yeah.
no, not many brown people at all. But I went, and all 5 years of my college, I can tell you that I never had a single classmate that looked like me. 5 years. How many classes do you take
Wow.
in 5 years? Not one person looked like me. But that's just how it is sometimes, because I knew why I was there, right? Okay, overcoming obstacles. I had to quickly learn the difference between my friends and the people I know. You will too, if you haven't, but you will learn there's a thin line between your friends and the people you know. And my most challenging experience in college was really taking care of my health. I had to lose organs in the process, like I shedded some organs along the way, but that's a story for another day. Academically, I struggled with managing my emotion more than just the coursework itself. Like the content, you can teach yourself to learn something, right? But then for your emotion, you have to control it yourself. Nobody can teach you that. And that's just basically just saying that I cried a lot. I was crying, you guys. But then that's just part of the experience. And the best thing I did was to get over this. Like, okay, it's here, it's happening, it's real. And how I did it was to be organized. I organized my work in cubes, literally, like from a huge chunk to small things, like one day at a time. My professor asked me, this is just one of the many professors that I became very close to. He said, Zahra, how do you eat an elephant? So I'm sitting there confused, like, okay, this elephant is so huge. How am I going to cut it apart? What's the easiest way? In my mind, what's the easiest way to eat it? Or how am I going to do it? The answer was so simple. One bite at a time. And that's exactly how I did everything I did in college. I divided my work one bite at a time. How I did this, I was a full-time student. I had 3 jobs. This was by choice, not circumstance.
This girl said 3 jobs.
I did. I had 3 jobs. 3 jobs in college, and I was a full-time student. A full-time student takes more than 12 hours. Okay, so that's 4 classes. So I took more than 4 classes, and I had 3 jobs. How did I do this? I made sure I ate on time. Your health, you guys, your health. You have to eat on time. And I took my vitamins. I bought vitamins, just the regular Walmart ones, but I bought them and I ate them regularly. And most importantly, I followed my routine religiously. Like, I knew this time I'm supposed to do this. I didn't allow myself that room for procrastination. I did sometimes, we all slip. However, for the most part, you have to be stern with yourself. Now remember, I don't have my mom, I don't have my dad, I don't have anybody. So whether I did it or didn't do it, who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but myself, right? Because I knew I had to be there, okay? So another thing that really helped me was I had sticky notes on my door. So before I went in and out, I knew where I was supposed to be every hour of that day. But that served me twice. Because one, I knew where I was supposed to be all the time, every day. So I broke it down: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This is what I'm doing by the hour. That's one thing. Another thing, my roommate also knew where I was. Safety, you know? If something happened, she would know where I was supposed to be at that time. Yeah? Does that make sense? Okay. And to keep a healthy balance in college, because it can't just be academic, I participated in things outside of classwork. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in service of others. Have you guys heard that from before? Yeah. So I volunteered as an international student mentor. I served as vice president of the African Student Organization. I served as vice president of the peer educators group on campus, so the people who talk about safe sex, don't drink and drive, this, that, basically taking care of your health and others, okay? And then I also served as like a PR person for Rota Act Club. Rota Act is like Rotary. Have you guys heard of that? So another thing that I did, in addition to all of those, is I served as one of the university president's ambassadors. So all of these things are all tied together with two words: service and leadership, okay? This is in addition to my 3 jobs and my classwork. And now let's put it all in perspective. I was born and raised in Kenya. I have no farming experience. I migrated to the United States in 2012 with my parents. I went to junior college for the first 2 years. In 2014, I moved 10 hours away from my parents in a completely new town where I didn't know anybody. 2016, I graduated with a bachelor's degree. 2017, I had a master's degree. And I served to represent my college in different ways. I can tell you, the best part about this whole process is not just the achievement at the end, but the lifelong relationships I built with all the people that I met along the way. Some are good, some are bad, but regardless, it's the relationship that you build with them. That's the best part. So, moving forward, college is a nice, controlled shell. Even though, it feels like things are falling apart, but then not really, because they're patching back up together. For lack of a better description, college is a real life simulation. It's not real life, but it's real life simulation. And now that I've graduated, not doing what I had planned to do, I can tell you that I am not doing what I had planned to do. I've learned to understand that God chose me to be an educator. So it's my responsibility to do my job the best way I can. Yeah? And I pray every day that all the students that I teach, everybody that I meet, I hope that they benefit from what I tell them or what I teach them. That's my permanent prayer for all my students. To pursue an education, you have to do it for yourself. Do something that you truly like, because you have to remember this is for the rest of your life. Technically, you can change it up, but what time are you gonna live if you keep going to school? Get it? So, but how do you truly know what you truly like if you haven't experienced it yet? how do you do that? I'll tell you what I did. I job shadowed. When actually a lot of professionals, they like it when young students ask to job shadow, because one, it makes you outstanding. Two, you seem like you're on about your business. You know where you're going with this. You don't have to know where you're going with this, but faith it till you make it. Yeah. And when I was in high school, I shadowed as a physical therapist in a hospital because I thought I wanted to be a physical therapist. And then I'm like, actually, this is cool, whatever, but no. And then I shadowed as an environmental engineer at an oil refinery. All this is back in my home country when I was in high school. And that was really cool. Actually, I did my first 2 years of college in engineering school, and before I migrated to America. This may seem like a very obvious question, ladies, but what type of life do you aspire to live? Like, you can answer my question. What type of life do you aspire to live?
It's successful.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, basically. Successful and comfortable.
Successful and comfortable, yeah. So, even though this is 100% not promised, but you have to plan for it anyways, right? You know, I plan to live a successful life, right? Successful, comfortable life. Is that 100% guaranteed to you? No, right? But you already have a plan for it. So, do your research, okay? Do your research in STEM and see what's available to you. That's why I'm telling you right now, you have to do your research in STEM, because STEM offers you different opportunities that have a lot of money in it. Basically, there's a lot of money in STEM. So whether you want to be a scientist, working in technology, engineering, math, especially as a woman, I feel like now is the best time to do it. Yeah? I encourage you to research on your interests. There's so many things to do, too many choices. I know I cannot be given too many choices because I'm so confused sometimes. But narrow it down to things that, oh, I like this. Oh, this seems like I can do this. And there's one thing to be very, very good at something, and another thing to like it, but you're not good at it. So you have to find the happy medium. Where are you most comfortable? Okay? And to do this, you have to go out there and look for it. Try it. Yeah? Broaden your horizon. That's the point. And lastly, play to win. Okay? Don't play thinking, oh, I just have to not lose. No. Get that out of your head. You're only there to play to win. So I want to achieve this. Already, it makes you outstanding because you have a plan. If you plan to go nowhere, that's exactly where you'll go, right? So if
I'm just gonna go day by day. Yeah.
No, you cannot go day by day. You have to know, okay, today I plan to, actually one of the things that I do every day to date is as soon as I wake up, like in the morning, I have to say my morning prayers. So it's like dawn, very early in the morning. And I make a to-do list. Sometimes I achieve everything, sometimes I don't, but that's okay. But I make a list of the things that I have to do today. Fold laundry, pack my bag, go here, go there, go this. See? And as I go along my day, I'm checking it off. Just that is a little success. You feel happy. I did something that I actually planned to do. I wake up and make my bed. Because even if I really have a bad day, I come home to a made bed. So I achieved one thing out of the many things that went wrong. Does that make sense? Okay. So moving forward for me right now is I plan to grow with the company that I work with. Currently, we're going city to city talking about STEM and encouraging students to do something in STEM. How do we do this? We actually go there. We have a trailer. They come in the lab. We do a lab with them. So, for example, if they're talking about genetics and DNA in class, okay? They come to our lab. We do a DNA extraction. Now they've had a real taste of, oh, this is how it works. Get it? And just that may or may not inspire them to move forward with a STEM career or look for something else. But at least it gave them an idea of what it looked